back at you from the land of jet noise, here to discuss the legal and environmental aspects of Sonoma County's growing aviation enterprise. Let's look at some relevant laws. The Sonoma County Noise Ordinance shows that noise reduces the quality of life and causes significant health problems. The California Health and Safety Code makes it illegal to create noise that reduces the quality of life, causes physical and mental health problems, and economic damage. America is a democratic republic, which means that the rights of the individual must be protected by law. The U.S. Constitution was written to protect the individual from harm by government. In U.S. v. Cosby, the Supreme Court ruled that airplane noise is a taking of property under the Fifth Amendment, and the landowners must be compensated for that which was taken from them. In Griggs v. Allegheny County, the Supreme Court ruled that county government is responsible to compensate airplane noise victims because they own and operate the airport. Sonoma County jets are taking off and landing over valuable metropolitan properties and over extremely valuable wildlife habitat. I estimate that 20,000 Sonoma County properties are within 1 mile of the primary flight paths and are significantly affected by jet noise. Over 40,000 citizens are forced to listen to chronic, loud jet noise. Using hedonic economic price models, I estimate that the county is taking $1 billion of property value so they can grow their airport. This doesn't include the value of reduced quality of life and health. Jet noise is commonly associated with heart disease, but also causes a wide range of other physical and mental health problems. Countless studies show that jet noise can cause significant health problems and diseases that shorten life. My conversations with local jet noise victims support these findings. Jet noise unequivocally causes health problems. Some people suffer more from jet noise than others due to medical and situational reasons. Jet noise can be extremely disruptive and harmful to certain people. Now let's look at the take of wildlife by our government. Here are some federal legal definitions which are relevant to the jet noise discussion. Jets are taking off and landing over amazing wildlife habitat. Check out these websites for a sample of our natural blessings. This area is an important stopover for migratory birds along the Pacific Flyway. Jets from the county's airport are taking off and landing over the critical habitat of bald eagles, northern spotted owl, California tiger salamander, California red-legged frog, coho salmon, steelhead, and California freshwater shrimp, all of which are sensitive to the sound of 100-ton jets screaming toward them at 200 miles per hour and 100 decibels. These are officially listed wildlife species being harassed and harmed by jet noise. The birds will sometimes be hit and killed. There are about 460 species of birds in Sonoma County, including 300 species of migrating birds. Sonoma County is involved in violating numerous state and federal wildlife laws with their jets. Jets taking off and landing over wildlife habitat disrupt the communication, feeding, predator avoidance, and migration of countless wildlife species, including marine, terrestrial, arboreal, and aerial species. This repeated disturbance causes stress and behavioral and physiological effects, reducing growth and reproductive success. Some of the wildlife will leave the area permanently. The jets are chronic harassment of wildlife in the ecologically valuable and critical habitat of Sonoma County. There are countless studies showing the harm that jets do to wildlife. A 2025 study was conducted by the UK Civil Aviation Authority, the effect of aircraft noise on biodiversity. It shows that jet noise has a destructive effect on wildlife. The California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, is a law that is supposed to protect citizens and wildlife from capitalists seeking to harm the environment. The purpose of the law is for society to work together to try and mitigate harms by the proposed commercial enterprise or stop the project if it's too destructive. CEQA was written for things like airport expansions and increased jet noise. Consideration of noise impacts is a fundamental part of CEQA. One of the primary elements of CEQA is public disclosure. Capitalists who seek to harm the environment must inform the public of their intentions and seek input from the public. This is state law. But Sonoma County chose to avoid disclosing their intentions to potential jet noise victims. This is the horrifying official state position on climate change per California EPA. Aviation is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, but the county prioritizes profit over global health and clearly demonstrates that it does not care about climate change. In this drawing, you can see flight paths that would circumvent critical wildlife habitat and many thousands of properties. These paths would significantly reduce harm to people and wildlife. Better yet, this drawing shows potential alternate locations for the airport, which would significantly reduce harm to citizens and wildlife. Our founding fathers recognized the danger of unrestrained government. They created a democratic republic and the Constitution to protect the individual. Unfortunately, our government doesn't seem to care about the environment, wildlife, or our constitutional rights. Despite the fact that Sonoma County is an environmental regulator, they choose profit over the environment. We may need to rely on the court system to protect us from the government. People who care about our environment must stand together to fight Sonoma County's environmental destruction.